On this episode, we're at the In-N-Out Market in Richmond Heights, Missouri, talking to local entrepreneur Matt Edwards about his new company that specializes in uncommon condiments. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. I like to cover a lot of things community related, and I also enjoy talking to local entrepreneurs. On this episode, I am lucky enough to have Matt Edwards with me. Matt had done a previous episode with me covering his beef jerky company, Moab Provisions. Matt contacted me last week, and he has a new company that he had started, and I was eager to do a show when he told me about his business. So, Matt, thank you so much for joining me.
Bob, thanks for having me back on. Everybody, thank you for watching the episode on my first company, Moab Provisions. So I appreciate you guys watching in and tuning in that. Bob, thanks for coming and doing this interview again. I greatly appreciate it, and looking forward to telling everybody about Tickle My Fancy.
That's awesome, and that's the name of your company, Tickle My Fancy. St. Louis is known. I did want to start out by saying St. Louis is becoming known for the amount of startups companies are having in the local area. This is now your second one. You're definitely contributing to the statistics. I guess we'll have everyone start out by telling everyone a little bit about yourself, or whoever didn't catch the last episode, and tell us a little bit about Tickle My Fancy and the products.
Sure. So a little bit about myself. And Bob said I started a company called Moab Provisions last year that specializes in beef jerky, beef sticks, and food seasonings. Also got a new line getting ready to launch next year at some point in time, so really excited about that. And everything we do on that company is all natural, minimal ingredients, just premium products there. So got that going last year. And then about, I want to say, what are we in now, November? About 3.5, 4 months ago, I was sitting on a good friend of mine's back porch. We were just barbecuing, we were grilling, using the seasonings, things like that, and we got to talking, and lo and behold, he said, let's do a pickle company. And that, it's just kind of one of those deals. I said, you know what? We should, because we were kind of talking, there's a lot of the same out there,
right?
The pickle business. And it's like, how can we make this fun? And, from that conversation, Tickle My Fancy has been created. So in this company, it's myself involved and my business partner. So he's also involved in this one. So, we just, that's kind of where it started.
That's great. When you first told me about the product that you would be selling, I thought it was a really good idea. I'm a big fan of the Famous Dave's pickles, but you don't really see many options out there as far as anything in the specialty pickle market. So when you told me about it, I thought it was a really, really good idea. Now the products are made locally here in St. Louis as well, correct?
Correct. So what we do, and not to backtrack a little bit, but yeah, especially fun flavors is where we're going to go. We've started, as they can see right here, we've got our STL deli style, which is a deli style, but it's got a twist to it. You'll have to try it to find out. Then we have our Chipotle pickle, which is a nice smoky pickle, completely different. And then we've got our nice spicy garlic, which is pretty standard, but we tried to keep things minimal, not put too many odds and ends in there. Keep it basic, right? Garlic and red pepper, nice and spicy. So that's our three flavors, and we've got a couple flavors that are in the works right now. I can't tell you about them here because we still got a lot of work to go, but Bob tried one of them a while ago. Definitely going to be unique, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy them. And yes, so what we do is we get all the Kirby cucumbers fresh in the morning. I go down, pick them up 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Then we take them to the kitchen, process them that day. So we hand cut everything. I get fresh dill. Every morning on the day I'm going to, process the pickles, so everything is as fresh as can be. So we hand cut them, pack them, process them. They're ready to go by the end of that day. So it's kind of a one-day process for us right now. We hope to make that a 6 or 7 day process and get them going. But yeah, so we hand cut everything in our kitchen in Midtown.
Great. My favorite that I tried all the pickles. I tried the ones that you're experimenting with as well. The one that you are, the one in particular that you're experimenting with, I really predict good things with that one. My favorite that I tried was the spicy garlic, but you had me at the name with that one. The chipotle was really good, as well as the, I don't know, it's not really traditional because it has its own distinct flavor, but the
STL deli style.
the STL deli style, really good as well. I bet it takes quite a bit of time coming down with the perfect flavor balance on everything.
It took some time. When the idea was, when that idea hit us there on the back porch that night, I'd never made a pickle in my life.
Right.
I had no idea. So immediately bought my books, started doing research, and basically just started trial and error. And been doing that ever since. And, after kind of got all the right proportions, the right ingredients, looked at how everybody else was making pickles, what were they using, what can we do different, things like that. So all that kind of morphed into what you have in front of you.
That's great. And one thing I'm starting to see a trend with what you do. Maybe it's just coincidence, but I know the beef jerky, a big motivation to you starting that was traveling a lot, wanting healthier options, and really being a fan of beef jerky, but not being a fan of the options that you saw when you were on the road and stuff. Pickles, very healthy snack option as well. Is it the health part of it as well that kind of motivates you to provide these types of products, as far as lower calorie, healthier eating options?
Yes and no. Okay. So yes on the health aspect, big time, and also just on making it great quality.
Okay.
And that's the key. Definitely everything on Moab is definitely going to be on the healthy side for sure.
Okay.
No doubt about it, 100%. And then on Tickle My Fancy, there could be some condiments that come out that per se aren't on the healthier side, but they're definitely going to have minimal ingredients. Definitely taste the way they should be. We're not going to overprocess anything. We're not going to put out a crappy product.
Okay.
It's just not going to happen. And so, one of these days, all the pickles and any other condiments that are going to come out with those are going to be great quality. Put it that way.
Okay. Where can people find your pickles online and in stores? I know you're just getting things rolling out, but you're ready to get aggressive with it. Where can people find your products?
So one of the first places is actually where we're sitting right now. So a big thank you goes out to In-N-Out Market here in Richmond Heights, Missouri, right off Clayton Road on Bellevue Road. They carry them. So if you're around Forest Park or whatever, feel free to stop in here. They're definitely one of the first locations. We've got a few locations up north, but really nowhere. Online, TickleMyFancyFoods.com. But this interview, we're doing this in November. I don't know when you're going to post it, but our main focus is really going to be like specialty meat shops, wine stores. That's going to kind of be our first kind of go-to-market strategy per se. So if you guys are out there, have a store that wants to carry it, and reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram. I mean, definitely you can look me up on Facebook. It's just, Matt Edwards. Find me, send me a message, say, hey guys, I know a great store that'd be, to carry the pickles. We'd love to call them, set them up, and then that's going to kind of be where we go.
Great, and I will be sure to put the information on the video and tag you and the company. That way everyone can see it. I really appreciate you doing an additional episode. Really exciting product. You're doing very good things. I look forward to watching this company grow as well. And thanks again.
Yeah, no worries. We've got some big things in the works for both companies. So 2017 is going to be a massive year. I'll probably be completely gray by the end of the year, but between both of them, I think they pair well together. Which was another factor in doing it.
Well, meaning the beef jerky and the pickles.
You got Moab's a meat-focused company, and then you got a condiment-focused company, per se. So they really work well together. So they're going to complement each other very nicely, and that's going to really lead to the opportunity to do some great things here in the city, and take things from there. So soon enough, you guys will be able to take a pickle tour.
Well, great. Well, everyone, that concludes the Bob Wahl Show. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.